6 things to know before you go.
Now, folks, in the second day of the Uvalde trial, both the prosecution and Gonzalez defense team started with opening statements Tuesday morning. The prosecution told the jury Gonzalez failed to act on his active shooter training and was not a rookie officer, stating he, quote, remained, a word the prosecution used throughout their opening statements. Gonzalez defense team focused on the timeline from the point the shooter crashed his car near the school to when several officers arrived.
So parents in Odom are demanding action from the school district after a student athlete was arrested for indecency with a child. One parent told our own Adam Beam that their child was also assaulted. She claims that 3 coaches only told students to, quote, settle down during the incident. Shortly after, another student was assaulted, and that one led to the arrest of 19-year-old Christopher Soto.
I'm at loss for words, to be honest with you. Like I said, I put my trust in the school to keep my kids safe, and if you can't keep high school kids safe, how can I trust you to keep any younger kids safe?
So we did receive kind of a response from the district, but they didn't actually answer any of our questions about the employment of those coaches. So Chris 6 News has now filed a public information request to get the facts for you. Clock is ticking now, school district. We'll keep you updated.
It's a program designed to make apartments more affordable for families. But after a Chris 6 investigation into how these deals were approved, the Corpus Christi Housing Authority voted Tuesday to undo the program. After hours of public comment, the board voted to end the workforce housing program. Renter advocates urged the board not to rescind the deals, warning families could be displaced.
We do see the difference this program makes every single day. We see relief in the residents' eyes when they know they will not lose their home. And now, we also see the anxiety, the heartbreak, those who fear what may happen if the support disappears.
But board attorneys told members the issue before them wasn't whether housing was needed, it was whether the deals were legal. A legal memo read into the record says the Housing Authority violated the Texas Open Meetings Act and that former CEO Gary Alsop approved the deals without proper public notice.
We will remember this. You can walk out. We don't care.
Yikes. Well, hey, that was the scene over at Haas Middle School last night, one of the potential 7 schools to be closed this year by CCISD in their school consolidation plan. A video was sent to us by a viewer who attended the community meeting, telling Chris 6 News that the meeting ended 20 minutes before it was actually set to end, after families got frustrated that they weren't being allowed to speak and that their questions and possibly statements were being edited. The next meeting is scheduled tonight at Castores Elementary at 5 p.m.
And an update to the U.S. military mission that captured Venezuelan leader Nicolas Maduro and his wife. Pentagon officials and a person familiar with the situation say at least 7 U.S. service members were injured during Operation Absolute Resolve. 2 of the service members are still recovering from their injuries. The other 5 have returned to duty. One of the service members had gunshot wounds to the legs and injuries considered fairly serious. The service members are currently receiving medical care and continue their recovery journey.
And in the wake of the Venezuela situation, President Trump took to social media to announce that the country's interim government will turn over up to 50 million barrels of sanctioned oil to the U.S. No actual response from the Venezuelan government yet, though. Trump did say that the oil would be sold at market value, with proceeds, quote, controlled by me, the President of the United States of America, to ensure that it's used in the benefit of the people of Venezuela and the U.S., end quote. Selling 30 to 50 million barrels of Venezuelan oil could raise between $1.65 and $2.75 billion.